Hello, everybody. Shelley here, and it's 6 o'clock on the 29th of October. And this is call number 3 of our first run through the Zero to Hero. And as we get towards the end of it, I want to get some feedback from you. So be thinking about, we're going to kind of like go back and talk about anything that we kind of buzzed through too fast on the first 2 calls, and anything that you're having any particular challenges with. And I want to make sure there's some key pieces that you didn't miss. On my list for today is to go over those booking and recruiting conversations and show you a little bit more about that and how they've been working. And this is to show you the concept of a block party, and then how to use that text mechanism. We talked about it at the very end of that last call. Maggie was loving that idea, and I want to find out if you guys have used it. And Facebook sale. Ellen and I are Facebook sale pros this last 2 weeks. So that's the concept for today. But do you guys have any specific topics that you want, specific help with while we're here? So our overall topics that are doing wildly successful online parties. And you've all been working on that and doing that. In fact, Maggie, gosh, you've got great sales in this month. You're well over $1,000. How many parties did you do? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. There we go. Is it back on?
There we go.
Okay.
So I actually did one party last week that I think, let me double check here. She had $610 in about a $600 party, and then currently I've got one going that is she's got about 267 right now. We're waiting for some more orders to come in on that one.
Okay. It ends tomorrow?
I'm sorry?
That party ends tomorrow. It started on the 25th. And the first one started on the 18th, right?
Yeah. It ends tomorrow. So we're pretty excited. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get some more orders in that one. There's quite a few that want to order. I think they just kind of are a little lost, or haven't quite wanted to see everything. There's quite a few that wanted to see the new product.
Yeah.
And we kind of did a special last week, yesterday. Mm-hmm. Because Casey's birthday was yesterday. I
couldn't hear you. So, Casey what?
So Casey's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, so, happy birthday to Casey.
Yes. So we did a little live before we went out to dinner, pretty much because we didn't have any orders yet. So we said if anybody ordered, we'd throw in a prize for them, kind of like our little bit of our gift to them. And so we did. So we've got about 4 people that ordered, which is awesome. And then we'll, our host will throw in something in for her just because she necessarily couldn't order that day. So, but yeah, so it's been kind of fun. And then we just did a live again, just showing them how to do a cake in the rock and how to do ribs in the quick cooker. So.
Oh, very good. That was dinner for us last night. Ribs in the quick cooker. So good. So good. Yeah. That's awesome.
Phenomenal.
Very cool. Love it. Okay, so you're doing kind of one a week, right?
Right. Yeah, right now. I don't have any other bookings right now. So I've only got I only had those 2 bookings. And then that's part of what I'm working on right now is I've messaged a few people. We've put it out there. We said the same thing in our live that we're open for bookings in November. Everybody I can keep checking up with it. One wants to wait until her schedule kind of calms down, and so I'm kind of a little on the lost side a little bit with that right now. And then I've messaged a few people back and forth, but they haven't quite messaged back yet. After I say, hey, you want to do a party or something like that, and so I quite haven't gotten them message back from them, and then. I have this one, and I was going to actually message you this morning to kind of try and figure out how to do it. She loves doing parties. She's a pro at parties. She has tons of Pampered Chef items, and it's like she would probably be really great. She teaches in our district, but she'd be really great as a person, as someone to join to the team. And I kind of don't know how to approach it. Like, she's got a lot of energy and stuff. And so I've messaged her, but she hasn't responded.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of a little, I don't know.
You're trying to figure out how to invite her to give this a try. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Either invite her to give us a try, or invite her to do a party. Like, I mean, it would kind of be both. I would be perfectly fine with either one.
Right. Start with the bigger thing is come and try this, come and do this. And if she says no to that, you go, well, how about if we just do an online party with you and your friends? At least I can stop your kitchen. Because if you go from the big one to the little one, if that makes sense. But, you know, asking her about it is as simple as saying, say, my friend Shelley has shown me how to do this, and she asked me who I'd really like to work with, and I thought of you.
Okay.
And tell her why. Tell her what you just told us. That she's just super got great energy and a big fan, and you think that she'd do really awesome. And so what do you think? You want to give this a try for a month? And then the most important part of that is to go like this and stop talking to let her answer if it's in person and even via text or Facebook. Ellen, can you hear us okay? Are we connected? Ellen?
Pardon me?
Oh, I just want to make sure you can hear. You can hear.
I can hear.
Okay, got it.
I don't know why my picture was all yellow and I didn't know how to fix it, so I took my face off the screen.
No worries. I was noticing that. Hi, Kate. How are you?
Look at this.
I'm good. How are you all?
I'm very, very good.
Oh, actually, that's better. I don't know what happened. That's a little better.
Oh, you look lovely, Miss
You didn't need
Ellen.
to look at me anyway.
You look beautiful. I'm right off the volleyball court. I had so much fun with volleyball today.
10,000 steps.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm probably only 7.
Oh, I need to update that.
It's very competitive.
Kate, you found the link.
Yes.
Oh,
I had to
good.
scroll up forever. We have a lot of conversation in this link.
But it's always the same link.
Okay.
It's our Zoom room. This is the Zoom room. So we pretty much always use the same link. I do a different one for the team meeting, but for these intro calls and the 0 to Hero calls, it's pretty much always the same link. So save it in Evernote, and that way you've got it handy. Okay, so Ms. Maggie was kind of filling us in about 2 parties. One we started on the 18th, and it closed at just over 600. Another on the 25th, and it's approaching 300. You've got, actually, late gals, you've got 2 days left to offer a $39 kit or a discounted kit with a quick cooker in it. And we just welcomed, I think I lost track, our 15th or 16th new consultant for the month.
Okay.
Which is stunning. And and Ellen has a new consultant as well, right?
She's going to sign up on the 31st. She wants to wait till the 31st.
Okay, great.
But she's already registered for your new 0 to Hero.
Saw that, right? Okay, and so going forward, I stayed with Tuesdays at 6 o'clock Pacific time for the next round of 0 to Hero. If you think you need more out of it, or if you have teammates, so Maggie, I'm talking about you for Rita and talking about Peggy for Becca.
Okay.
You guys need to really be directing your consultants to the 0 to Hero class, and whether or not you attend again, and you're welcome to, but the idea is to funnel them into this 3-week class.
I'm going to have to tell Sylvia that it's 6 o'clock Pacific time. She's in Arizona.
Pacific time, right? So we're all over the country now. So whenever I'm doing anything, I'm trying to be sure to clarify that time zone, right? Okay. So what we're kind of doing, Kate, as you came in, is we're kind of just going back and looking. So based on the first 2 weeks of 0 to Hero, what have you implemented? What have you discovered? What made questions do you have so that during our time here together, we can hit the questions, and I'm taking notes. So I know you started the first online party in a long time, right? How's it
Yeah.
going?
Yesterday went really well. Today, not so much.
Uh-oh.
You
Okay.
know, a lot of interaction with. I think there was 5 of us, but that's including the host and me. And today, not a whole lot. But yesterday, I mean, the host was posting like crazy, and I thought she finally got it, you know.
Got it.
But not so much today, unless she's done some tonight that I just haven't checked yet.
Okay. Well, what we really find is that your interaction kind of hits critical mass when you get to about 30 members going, and upwards of 50. And if
Yeah.
you look at that with your Maggie's nodding, go, yeah, exactly. How many, that $600 party you just closed, how many members did you have going on that party, Maggie?
So on that one, I got the computer audio to work, by the way.
Yeah.
So on that one, I believe she only had like 34. But where that conversation, and maybe that's kind of where I'm a little overwhelmed with, is the current party I have going has like 58 members, and I have a really engaged host. So it's just all day, and it's so much, and it's like, okay, how do I keep track of it? So that's kind of been one of the things.
Okay.
Because
So the answer is that you don't. You're interacting with the host.
Yeah.
So you really should only go in once in the morning and once in the evening, and you're looking for specific things. You're not going through it. In fact, Facebook gets very unhappy if you're liking everything.
Right. And I haven't actually done anything. There's been a few comments that I've made on a few things, but I've really kind of let them go.
Good.
Because they just are enjoying themselves, which is phenomenal. And yeah, I just kind of look back to kind of keep track as far as like the pre-party prize and the grand prize. I just kind of monitor that a little bit. And then right now trying to do these messages for putting in the receipts for hosting parties. That seems to be my main focus right now.
Good. Yeah, exactly. And that's where your attention needs to be. So in the outline that we're following, the steps for Tuesday, you know, you work with them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The pre-party is Friday, Saturday. Then your theme days start Sunday, Monday, then you get Tuesday. Okay, the Tuesday stuff is super critical. And if you've done the steps prior to that, it really just kind of flows. So before I kind of go into showing you, I'm going to show you examples on my parties right now, what it should look like. And but before we do that, I just want, so Kate's got one party in progress, right? And how about you, Ellen? How many do you have in progress? And I know you're in jail, but how many do you have in progress?
Okay. I have 3 in progress.
Okay.
But they're kind of held up by Facebook jail.
Okay.
And I have one that should have closed last week that's kind of been stalled. The party itself online is done, but she's waiting to turn in her host order because she's got one friend who wants to order on the 31st, which obviously is payday. Okay. The beauty of me being on direct ship now is that all of her guest items have shipped already.
Right.
This doesn't apply to Maggie because she's not on Maggie, right? Forgive me.
Maggie and Kate, yeah.
She's not on direct ship now. But the host asked me point blank, should I close it? I said, it's up to you. If you want to wait for your friend, you can wait for your friend because you're not holding up anybody. I let it.
Right. So for the rest of you who aren't on direct ship, directors and above have access to what we call direct ship, which means when somebody places an online order with our link, it's shipped.
It's gone.
So for everybody else's purposes, I'm going to have you really stick to that. You know, and it actually Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, we kind of put that a little bit So our fourth posting day, there's 4 days of posting, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is favorite, and that was the day we were closing. So what we have switched is making Thursday a close it up day. And if you guys are interested in pulling my new Post My Party template, so now my favorite day that was just Wednesday and it closed up that night, it's now a 2-day template. And on Thursday, it's got posts at 8, noon, 4, and 8 that just say, we're closing today, 5 hours left, 4 hours left. That's all it says. And so you can plug in other games or things in there if you want. So that template is in my template outline. Ellen, what were you going to say?
You have an advantage because you can kind of force your host to get her act together and get it done, because all your friends are waiting for their tools.
On their tools.
Because we're on direct ship now, we don't have that leverage anymore. So,
but she doesn't need to know that, Ellen. You can tell her. So, like, we've really been waiting for you. She just make her.
She's gonna end up waiting, and this girl won't.
So after 2,400 parties, I can tell you get hosts who said, "Oh my gosh, my girlfriend's on vacation. We have to wait for her." 99% of the time, you never get that order.
Right.
So I would not, personally, You tell her, say, so-and-so's booking, she can order on their party, or tell her to have a party and get her, and just boom, 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 we're closing it. You don't want those straggling, okay?
Sorry.
Right? So just FYI, Ellen, okay. But, okay, so Ellen's got some going on. Now, I'm in Facebook jail. Ellen and I have been cellmates for 2 straight weeks. Kate has helped me periodically where there's absolutely some things I cannot do in Facebook jail, but everything else my hosts have been doing. I've got to let my dog in. My hosts have been doing. I'll keep talking while I let Jack in. Jack is out here with us. But I'm going to show you guys. How to party, because even in Facebook jail, parties are kind of rocking, and I have $7,600 submitted for October.
Wow.
Okay, and a lot of this has been done in Facebook jail. All right. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you examples of a block party. And then we're recruiting a ton. And so the recruits are starting their first party. And so I've got several block parties running. And so the concept is that, let's say you've got somebody who wants to get started, you set them up to start their launch party the very next Friday. So this Friday, you get them started. And if they can start sending out those 30 messages a day and booking additional parties for this Friday, you can set it up as a block party with the new consultant and her friends all in this one party. And it actually is very smooth. It's gone really, really smooth. Okay?
You set it up for them.
So their first time through, I'm setting it up from set up the group in Facebook through my business page. So I set up the group and I set up the post, unless they're really rocking it. But that first week, I'm doing the post from Post My Party. After that, they're off and running. So they get the template from me, and I tell them, you just go through and read every post, and you change anywhere it says Shelley to you and make it sound like you, right?
You run that first block party for them from Post My Party.
Yeah.
Okay, Thank you.
And then I guide them to go log into Consultants Portal and set up the parties and the links. So they're okay. And then part of what we have accessible is, and I'm going to show you this little tool here if you haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to share my screen. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. And one of the things that we have accessible is this. And this is instructions and videos for virtual parties. And I've assembled this. Some of these are recorded from my cell phone, and some of them have been recorded here on the computer on Zoom, and then I uploaded it to YouTube, and so there's a link for everything. But these are like how to post in the games and do the tags from your cell phone. How to have a simple booking and recruiting conversation. There's a YouTube thing. How to change the virtual party names in the days. Okay. How to set up your virtual party. They're sort of in order. How to link a Facebook party group to your business page. How to use the VIP survey. That's a duplicate. How to tag those guests on the last day of the party, right? So a lot of these, and there could be some steps that are missing, like there's instructions on showing you actually how to set up Post My Party. It's not in here yet. So there's some that we'll still make videos on, and what I need from you guys is to use these with your new consultants and for yourself. When you're stuck, hit the button and look at the instruction video and make sure it makes sense. But we have actually kind of done ever since like September. I've been keeping track of.
These are all on YouTube?
No, this is all in a note. No, they're not all on YouTube. Some of them, a lot of them are on YouTube. Yeah, I've converted.
They are. Okay, all right.
Then there's also some Evernote things. So like I've got one that's how to celebrate your host at the end of the party, and so this is linked in that my note in Evernote. But I'll do a post like this, cheering for her in her party in front of her friends, and the content there, it says it's a little bit little, but it says, "Hey, delighted to Kim's Horn. We wrapped up her party at $1,300, and she received $611 worth of products for $106. That's a $507 savings. Check her out. Here's to all you for a fun time." And now, where did I get those numbers? Any idea? What, Maggie?
From the website.
The website.
From the website. There's a place to get a thank you.
Right, from Consultants Corner.
Yes.
If you have Consultants Corner.
I knew how to get it in free. I'm not sure how to get it, but I know it's here.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to look at Kathy's party. Kathy was a $1,100 party from last week, and she joined us. She's probably watching us now. Here we go back to Kathy's. So she's from the 18th, $1,100. You click here and say email the host. There's an email at the beginning of the party that gives her instructions and a link to her dashboard. That's email before the show right there. And there's an email after the show. So there's 2 emails in here.
Right. That's where your numbers are.
And that's where your numbers are. They're right here. Says, Kathy, I know you're going to love all the products you picked out. You received $633 for $200. That's a $433 savings. So I copy that and I make that into a post on her party. Okay. So it's a really, really nice way to close up the party and also help you get more bookings at the end of it, right? So all of that instruction is all in here. So I made screenshots of that. And so that's a separate piece that is in this instructions and videos. So how to celebrate your host at the end of the party, and there's that link, the link to that.
Okay, and you're going to send us this Evernote note.
Yep. I'll send it to you right now. Okay.
Talked her into that, didn't I?
Okay. So, and then you guys are familiar with our, that we have a support page, and it's in addition to our team page, but this is the page where those of us who are doing online parties can come to find all of these resources for these virtual parties. Right? You guys are using this. There's 27 of us in here right now. Okay.
Can I add Sylvia to that?
I would talk with her. I would walk her through it before you add her to let her know that let her know what it is.
Right. Okay.
So you say, you know, we have a separate little group for those of us who are really intensively doing our online parties. It actually has all of the systems and resources, and you can find them by using the search. So if you're looking for the most current Post My Party outline, you type PMP or Post My Party in this little search function and hit enter. And there you go. There's Shelley's Post My Party template.
Right.
Okay. If you're looking for the you know, you want to listen to the original training from Becca or Stephen Joseph, you can just do a search for Becca right there, and this is Becca's new online party guide. This is our new Bible that we implemented just last week on October 17th, and it's right here for you. And then if you have questions about any particular tool, ask them in the thread for that tool. Okay, but all my tracking charts are in here. The what do you call it? 25 contacts a week tracker is in here. Okay, and you can find most everything by using the search function. I've been trying to be really, here it is. Put tracking in the search function. Here's the 25 contacts a week. You click on this and open it up. And there's the tracking sheet, and here it is as a PDF if you want it. Okay. All right. So does that help a little bit? Because even if you search games in here, search for games. Here's game time posts. Here's all my games. I've got them all tucked into this note in Evernote right here, and with pictures and instructions exactly how to post them. Okay, here's a screenshot how to post those. So this is a really good place then to send your new consultants, but don't just dump them in there because they're not going to know how to find things. Right. Yeah, and ask them. Say there's a lot of Facebook pages. I don't want it to get you overwhelmed, but there's only a couple you need to really be paying attention to. Our team Facebook page and the support Facebook page, and then the ones for your party. And I would not add them to all the extraneous Facebook pages to start with. Let them get solid. Don't distract them.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Is that helpful?
Yep.
Okay. I've even got the all kinds of good stuff. Okay, so that's the Rockstar VP support page. So kind of going back to what were we talking about? So would you like to see how the block parties are working?
Yes.
Block parties? Okay. So again, and if you are consistent with some of your systems and the way you name things, it makes it easier on you going forward week by week by week. If you take a look and see, I'm showing you my screen right here, and I just, I'm searching for my current post message so that I can show you how it's evolved as a block party. And the way I found it amongst all the Facebook messages that are going on constantly right now is I typed in 1025, 10/25, because that was the date these parties started. And if you look at it, when I make a group for my hosts that start on October 25th, the name of the group is My Pampered Host 1025. Right there, My Pampered Host 1025. And that way I can always go back and I can always find it, and I'm consistent. If I've got a brand new consultant who has a group of hosts and I'm guiding her and still coaching her and helping her with her very first group of parties, and They also started on the 25th. Here's Ginger's. Ginger's a brand new consultant, and her party group is called Ginger's 1025 Pampered Host. So that I can find it. Okay? So the consistency in naming those kind of things is really key. So I'm going to show you our block party. So here's the block party. And again, I have two of them going on, one for my host and one for Ginger with her host. So this is mine. So these are just straight up straight up hosts. They're not signed up as consultants. Of course, by the time you're done with them, at the end of the party, they're very likely to want to join Pampered Chef. So this is the pinned post. We are live, and it says the differences between what you are doing currently and a typical party and a block party is not very much. It basically says, welcome to our block party. When shopping or making wish lists, use your friend's ordering links. Here's Nancy's and here's Taylor's. I have two hosts right now. Okay? And then everything else is the same. It says, welcome all, you're invited to online Pampered Chef block party hosted by Taylor and Nancy and facilitated by me. And then all of it is exactly the same. Down here it says, the instructions, visit your friend's personal ordering link, Taylor or Nancy. And everything else is the same. Okay. Notice though on the description, I did Friday and Saturday are pre-party days, Sunday, what's new, Monday's dinners, Tuesday's Halloween until next week, and it's going to switch to Thanksgiving. Wednesday now is my favorite, and Thursday is the party closes. Okay.
So you do stretch it to Thursday to close. You kind of extend it one day just to wrap things up.
Right. And this week is actually not a great example of that because Thursday's Halloween. So in general, you want to implement that starting next week, starting for your parties on November 1st. And then also as you're progressing through November, keep in mind that Thanksgiving lands on a Thursday. It's the 28th of November. Okay. Any questions about that? Block party? Okay. We put the banner and you put click here to order typically on your banner. And so I did the exact same thing. Click here to order on your friend's party or start a wish list. My orders ship instantly, so you don't have to put that extra piece in here. But here's Nancy's link and here's Taylor's link.
Okay.
Are you guys doing that on your banner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job, right? Okay, look at how many people are attending.
Wow.
72.
That's from two hosts, Shelley?
That's two hosts.
That's awesome.
Okay, now, one of the systems that I use that I want to show you, and if you haven't seen this yet, I really want you to try this, because this makes keeping track of everything super easy, okay? So when you first start that party on Friday and you click this button that says write post, okay? It writes a post and it tags people. Thinking about it, welcome new members. It's still thinking about it, okay. Let's welcome our new members. And there's just two right now, but when you first do it, there's gonna be everybody that has joined already. And it's gonna tag all the members. And you, I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna go to Taylor's notes. So I use Evernote, right? So now you've got this is gonna tag everybody in the party, but you might have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different hosts. And you don't know who these people are attached to. And that's okay, no worries. But when you do this the first time, typically there's a great big list of names. And I always make a place. You can use Microsoft Word, you can use Excel, you can use whatever you want. I use Evernote, but my host info is up at the top. I have a place that shows her how many parties she's attended. She happened to give me a wish list. which I advised my host to do, and I took a snapshot of that and dumped that in here, the Taylor's wish list, okay? And then if you look under here, I start off with a little title there. It says participants, and typically then there's nothing under it. But each time I do that welcome post where you click write post, you highlight the names and you paste them into her notes.
Yes.
Okay. And that way, that way you've got everybody's names exactly as it's shown in Facebook. So you can find it. You didn't have to sit there and type. You just copy and paste it. And then periodically through the party, more people will join. And you'll keep adding, and you'll keep doing another one of these welcome posts. So when I did it the first time was on October 25th, and there were 61 people. And remember, because this is a block party, these people are Nancy and Taylor. So I don't have lists under both of those two hosts. I just picked one, and this is where I'm keeping my list. But I pasted all of these folks. And then every time I go in the morning or go in the evening for just that 15-minute little check-in, if I spot things about wish lists or questions about doing Pampered Chef or any particular thing that would make me think that they'd be a good host or a good consultant, I just copy and paste their comment right in here under their name. So here's Margie. She happens to be a friend of Taylor's, and I know that when I saw her post that she wants the color-coded knife set, when I clicked on her name, it said mutual friend is Taylor versus Nancy. So here on my list, I wrote Taylor, and then I copied and said, hey, she wanted the color-coded knife set, and on today, I sent her a message. So this is all my details about Margie. Here's my details about Tanya. She wants the small ridge baker. Elizabeth Dennison, oh my gosh, this gal's not only going to be a host, she doesn't realize it yet, but she's not only going to be a host, she's going to be a consultant. Elizabeth, she wanted the pans, the double burner grill pan, and a rock slow cooker. She wrote, I love so many products, it's hard to decide. I've always wanted to try the pans, but I just can't afford. Ding, 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 your red flags should be going off. Okay? So every time I spotted something, I just copied and pasted and dumped it next to her name. So this is where my list is building. Okay. When people place an order, I write down that they ordered and how much they ordered. Okay. Lori here goes, yay, I love Pampered Chef. Amber here ordered, and she was under Nancy. So here's a couple Nancy hosts. Okay, Candace under here was having some trouble, wouldn't let her join. Okay, that was my first run through, and then on the 28th, I welcomed some more people and dumped their names in as well. Okay, and then today, if I'm doing that message again, I'm going to go added 1029, and I'm going to paste those last two names because there were two more people who just joined. And you keep doing that. You don't do it when there's just one new person, but if there's two or more, do another welcome post. And in your body of pictures, I've got a variety of welcome pictures, and I put them in my pictures. Welcome 1, welcome 2, welcome 3, welcome 4. I don't want to have to remember which welcome picture I use. Okay. Here's our new members. I'm going to put a picture in there. This is the fourth time I've done that. A little slow because we're on Zoom and, okay. So when you're saving pictures, you need to not just like save it and let it take whatever gobbledygook name your system gives it. Give it a name that you can use to find it. So here's welcome for Halloween. Welcome, 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 welcome. I've got a whole bunch of different welcome pictures. There's one for Easter. Welcome. Okay. And I've numbered them so that I just know welcome 1, welcome 2. So that I don't use the same one again. And they're cute pictures. They're fine, right? Okay. Is that helpful? Okay.
Yep.
Ellen, question. you have a question? Okay, I thought I heard her say question. Okay, and then I've got a little bit of script that when I do welcome them, this comes from Stephen Joseph. So when he does the welcome, he says, make sure to follow the pinned post and set your notifications to all posts. Like this post for your first ticket and add your friends. And then I added in here, this is Sherry Carr's recommendation. Inquiring minds want to know, what's your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, dessert. So if you post something and they are replying to a post, they're commenting on it, you are less likely to land in Facebook jail, and they are more likely to see your content.
I'm sorry, say that again, what?
So a lot of the steps that we're taking are designed to override Facebook's algorithms that are meant to keep folks from seeing your content. So doing this right post and doing these welcome posts where you tag them and you ask them a question that they'll need to answer. What's your favorite meal of the day? Happens to be this one. You can pick anything you want. But when they answer on the welcome post, now you are less likely to get put into Facebook jail when you interact with them later, because there's two-way interaction going on. They're interacting, which means in Facebook's algorithms is really good. So that's why a lot of our games and everything are designed.
You don't want to chat with them here? You want to chat with them on a PM?
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Okay, I'll ask you later. Sorry, Shelley. Just keep going.
Okay, got it. So if you look back at a lot of the welcome posts that I've done, you'll see a lot of people are commenting on the welcome post. They're telling me whether they like breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or their favorite meal. And the fact that they are commenting without me having to tag them, or without me messaging them, means they're seeing more of the content, and they are,
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah. So I'm looking at some of the welcome. Okay, so here's a previous welcome post. So let's welcome our new friend. So I highlighted all these names and put it in her notes. Same thing, inquiring minds want to know. And I put this cute little picture, and there's 6 comments on it. So first of all, I mean, Tiffany sat here and told us all about her breakfast and her dinner. And they're chatting and commenting, and that's a good thing. So you mentioned, I love dinner, I love cauliflower rice. So that should be in my notes. We need to make sure she knows about the grater that she can get to make the cauliflower rice. Somebody even put up, one of my favorite dishes is sauteed vegetables, and she put a picture.
Love it.
Okay. And notice the host is interacting, the 2 hosts. There's Nancy, there's Taylor. Okay. So there's a lot of interaction that's kind of built in by doing these steps. The other similar step that creates a lot of interaction is posting the daily game, doing it from your phone and tagging everybody. And so I know you guys are all doing that step, but that's, again, folks don't mind being tagged on a game where they can win something. And it actually does help override those algorithms so that they will see more of the content that's going on. Okay. Okay. Any questions about that? Helpful?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then kind of back to Becca's whole outline and following that. And it starts with Friday or Saturday, you post a guessing game, and you tell them to send me your guess. You want them to message you, okay? Rather than post all their answers here. And these guys weren't following instructions, right? Look at that, all 18 people message. I said, message me, and look at me. I said, message me your guess, message me your guess. Everyone should message me their guesses. And then I got into jail, so I couldn't keep up on this because I couldn't post. But when they message you their guess, are you guys comfortable with the process I showed you last week about what you do to start relationship building? That's at the beginning of the party, right? Okay. You message them something, oh, how do you, the answer, the correct answer was 66 or whatever. How do you know our host? Are you a Pampered Chef Pro? And then boom, they just hit you with all this personal info and they tell you all about it. And you go, great, what are your favorite products? And then you just stop right there. This is relationship building. You don't say, oh, you need to come do Pampered Chef. You just have kind of like been friendly and chatted with them. People love to talk about themselves. They don't want to hear about you. Okay? So once you've done that, then it makes it easier when you do the next couple stages, which I think it's on Sunday or Monday. You post a guess the paycheck game and you say, message me your answer. And I'm recruiting tons of people at this stage. And I showed you guys last week the conversations that you go where you start using the conversation about doing Pampered Chef, and you go, what would you be most interested in, the flexibility, the products, or the income? And they tell you. And then you go to the next answer, and then you go to the next answer. So this is familiar because we covered it last week, right? Has anybody used it? Yes?
Yes.
What kind of
Yes.
results? Actually, Ellen's got 2 recruits, so it must be working. Yeah? Okay. I recorded myself explaining and walking through that. So if you look at the videos resource, there's a resource on there, how to do the booking and recruiting conversations, and I recorded it. So you can rewatch that if you need. But come Tuesday, right? A couple days before the end of the party, this is where you start getting your booking. And the way you do it, we talked about this, is you go to members. And again, this is a block party versus okay. So here's the instructions from the host coaching guide. Does this look familiar? And this is under full party day 3, Tuesday, and time to get bookings. You scroll through, he says scroll through the entire party and track each person's name that commented 2+ times. But you don't have to scroll through the whole party. You just go here. And remember, there's 70+ people in here now. Right. And they are attached to different hosts. But here's how you find out who's with whom. If I click on somebody's name, it'll say, 2 mutual friends, Nancy. Erna is Nancy's friend. And also, she hasn't posted at all, so she's not one of those folks who has 2+ times, right? Look at Amber. Ooh, check Amber out, right? She is, she's got mutual friends is Kelly Shoemaker, and my host's last name, Taylor Shoemaker. So she's attached to Taylor. And you can see, and you're looking through these messages to see what her wish list items are. So if she has, if she's saying, oh my gosh, I would love to have the rock clock, or one of those posts that the host put up that says, trying to figure out my wish list, tell me what is on your wish list, or if you could get anything for half price, what would you pick? So those are the posts that people are commenting on, and that's where you're spending your time, is going to find what's on the folks' wish list. So if I were to click here and say message Amber, this is where you make a decision about whether or not to message her with either a rockstar message or a wish list message. Okay? She's a rockstar if she had a lot of interaction. It's the wish list if she said, oh my gosh, I have my eye on that quick cooker. And you can actually see here, I've been talking with Amber quite a bit, actually. And she's a past host, as it turns out. But this is where this particular party started. And it was with that guessing game. Guess 76. I recognize her because she is a past host from a couple parties ago. the correct answer was, so I got that conversation going. How do you know the host? And then she's got the knives on her list. So I basically, we were talking back and forth, and I basically just ended it saying, eager to hear what you think of the party. But now I look, and she's been an absolute rock star, but she's also a past host. So I could actually send her a message and say, you know, thanks for being a rock star. I know you hosted before, but would you be interested in doing another round? Okay. What I'm trying to show you is one of these that you didn't have a conversation with. So let me find one. So if I click on somebody's name, let's go a little bit closer. Okay, are you guys doing this step?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Any questions about how it works? Are you getting responses?
Some.
Surprisingly so, I'm getting lots of people chatting.
Lots of people chatting. Great.
Lots of people chatting.
Okay.
And it turned out I had one conversation with a gentleman, and the next thing I had a conversation with a lady, and it turned out it was his mom. And they're
Right.
both in Texas. So now I'm chatting with both of them together. It was
Perfect.
fun.
Perfect. That's awesome. And you can kind of go back to your master list and keep some notes, right, about what the, you know, the fact that she's his mom and he's her daughter or son or whatever, and, you know, to keep track, because it's hard to keep track in your head, right? Okay. So my Facebook got all hung up here for a second. So is that valuable to have me kind of show you a little bit of how that works and see it in real time? And we were talking about the block party. So as you're finishing up as you're doing the block party, I'm going to show this one more time. Any questions about what I showed you so far on the block party? Okay. So one of the things is that typically, if you just have a standalone host and her own party, you're giving her things to post, right? So in a block party, you want to introduce them to each other and let them know that that they are both posting in this block party at the very beginning, and you want to give them things, each of them, to post. So I was giving them, you know, the regular posts that you would normally give your host, but then you're kind of trying to come up with something else for the other hosts to do. Well, there's all kinds of interactive things that you can give them that will help them. They'll post it and their friends will interact. So here's an example. And in this case, it was working out great because I was in jail, so I was giving them the content to post. I had posted my party open and I was feeding it to them. And I was saying, Nancy, post this, and then Taylor, post this. And then here's a couple other posts. Let me know once you posted them. And they're doing it. And guess what? That makes them, do you know? Very well trained. They're already trained as Pampered Chef consultants. Here's just one of the interactive posts that I gave to them. And then the other party I'm doing, I've got 3 hosts. So you've got to come up with some other things to have them post, and they'll do it. It's quite cool. So these gals have all been super willing to post on my behalf. All I had to do was tell them I was in jail. And in fact, they're like, Taylor here is helping me figure out why I'm in jail. Okay, she was trying to give me some guidance from what she's heard from her friends. So being in jail this week really hasn't hurt much at all. Some ways to keep out of jail. Have you guys, anybody besides Ellen and I hit Facebook jail yet? Maggie, have you had the privilege? No? Kate? Marvelous. Very good. Okay. One thing that I'm interacting as myself in my parties a lot, post my party posts from my business page, but I've been interacting as myself. And one thing that I probably need to do to stay out of jail is switch that to my business page and do most of the other interacting that I'm doing as cooking classes with Shelley versus Shelley personally.
So you should stay on the business page more.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so like even the announcement that I did with the intro for the whole party, I posted it as my personal page instead of my business page.
Okay.
Okay. And all of our welcomes, I've been doing it that way too.
Okay.
Okay. So the other party that is going on that's also a block party happens to be for a brand newly signed consultant and her 3 first hosts who are all signing up. 2 of them were as of about an hour ago, and I just got a message from her saying that the 3rd one wants to join. So Ginger's online party was last week on the 18th. Told me she wanted to sign. Did. We got her first several hosts all set up to start the 25th, and they want to sign. And so this is all of their, this is the epitome of efficiency, right? You've got, and this is what's happening. Our team is just breaking down the walls with explosive growth, because you'll get a person who wants to sign, they take the host from that party, the bookings from that party, and get started, and you're feeding them this exact system, and those hosts start signing as well. And then you just start rolling them into parties for next week as well. And eventually Ginger will be helping these guys. And then they'll be helping their folks. Okay? And really the only difference in this one, it says, welcome to our block party. Here's Heather, Danielle, and Cassie's link. Welcome to you all. Facilitated by Ginger with a bit of help from me.
Right.
I'm their mentor. I'm helping. That's it. Everything else is the same except there's 3 links. Okay?
Shelley?
Yes.
Are you running this one, or is Ginger running this one?
I'm running this one. Ginger didn't have a.
You're running it for Ginger. Right. Okay. Thank you.
So today I gave her the post my party template for the Wednesday, Thursday. And she right now, because she's off work and she's available in the evening, she's right now looking at that, hopefully for her to set up the next 2 days, because I've been in jail and my posts haven't been going. So I've been feeding these guys the posts. One for Heather, one for Danielle, one for Ginger, one for Cassie. So they're posting all the content for the most part. A couple of mine. Here's Danielle. Here's Ginger saying 2 days left. Here's Cassie. I gave her this stuff. I can't resist some more favorite fall recipes, and she posted 5 pictures that I handed to her. There you go. And I gave this one to Heather, and they're doing it because you coached them really good, right? Here's Danielle. So I was having a blast just kind of posting the things into the message threads and having them go. And I didn't even go check to make sure they were doing it. They just did it.
Yeah, but it gives them practice.
They're very skilled. This group is going to really pop the director very, very quickly, and that's what's happening. Is they're all popping the director super, super quick. Okay. So the only other thing about it is Post My Party and how you actually set up the Post My Party for say 2 or more hosts in a block party. And here's what I did. Here's my solution, because you got to choose a template, right? You start the party with the 2 days. You pick the party you want to send it to. And in this case, it's the block party, okay, with Taylor and Nancy. And you want to start it on, let's just say November 1st, you replace the host with Taylor and Nancy. But what about the link? I tried it with 2 links, and it gives you an error. It won't let you do it. I tried leaving it blank. Won't let you do that either. So here's my solution, is this dummy link that says that all the HTTPs, www.pamperchef.com/party/host first last. This is a dummy link. But everywhere that it says link and Post My Parties, this is what it posts. not holding anybody up. I got one question. Somebody said, what's the link? And the host popped in and shared her link with her. Does that make sense? Helpful?
Okay. Oops,
All right.
first. Okay.
Okay. So, that's how you would handle the Post My Party part. Okay. Is this helpful, guys?
Yes.
Okay. The other last thing I just want to remind you of, because we hit it right at the end of our conversation last time, is for those of you who are not on direct ship, which is everybody, Stephanie and Ellen and Carol, there is a very effective way of beefing up the sales for your party. And so when you get here to Tuesday, Wednesday-ish, and you're about to close it up, if you use your cell phone and go into Consultant's Corner and open that party, you can run through the people who have ordered already and touch their cell phone number, and it will open up a message, and you can send them, you can copy and paste a text message that says, thank you so much for your order on Taylor's party. We're just about to wrap up. Is there anything you want to add or anything your friends need before I close it off and send your order?
Cool beans.
Very cool beans. And you've got the stock message, and actually I think that Becca even wrote that out for us. So I'm seeing a text. If you search for text, there she goes. So this is the full party, last full day. This happens to be Thursday. I do it sooner. Send this text to everyone who's ordered so far. Hi there, just want to give you a big thank you again for your order. Let me know if you saw something in the party for yourself or as a gift you can't live without, you'd like me to add. It's wrapping up today, and she is X dollars away from the next level of free rewards. Also, if you'd like to have your own party and get a big shopping spree, X host just needs one more booking for a bonus gift. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day. You put this in text replacement in your phone, and all you do is you type it in the first time, replace the X's with her name, and then copy it. And then each time you just run down the list of people who've ordered and send them that text message. In your text messages, it's going to show up. If they reply, it'll show up just with their phone number. But all you have to do to know what a party they're associated with is look at what you send to them. It'll say, Taylor is $20 away from the next level, or Nancy is $20 away from the next level. So you look really smart, like, you know who the heck they are, right?
Right.
Okay. But that step right there, you should be doing that today for the parties that you're closing up tomorrow. All right. There's a lot of really great things in this system, and if you just make sure you are following every single step from the very, very get-go. Just before we started this call, I personally have been helping so many consultants. I had a cancellation, so I have 0 parties starting this Friday. Well, I wanted to do something about it, so I sent a message out to 20 people just real quick. I just scanned through my Facebook friends and said, hey, Sally, I just had an opening. They don't know that I don't have any bookings. I just had an opening for an online party to start Friday. You want to grab it? And one of them popped, and so I booked one. And so the first 2 steps with any new host is take my VIP survey, host VIP survey, and go look at a good party and a bad party. And I boom, shot those off to her, so she's off and running. And you just follow the system, same as every single party. Okay. All right. Is that helpful? Mm-hmm. What questions do you guys have? And as we wrap up and congratulate you for being our first class of Zero to Hero graduates, and those who are watching this recording, cheers to you guys. I would love to hear if you have any other questions, but also in the 3 weeks you committed an hour with me each week on a Tuesday, What have you gleaned from this training that's been most helpful to you? Who wants to go first?
Well, I have a question for you first, Shelley.
Sure.
When you label your templates, you say 1 day or 2 day, and I don't get quite what that's referring to. Because to me, it sounds like you're talking about a 1 day party or a 2 day party.
So good question, and I'll share my screen just to show you the templates just real quick. But it's what it is, and so look just at the fall ones. Okay, the ones that say fall. Nope, scratch that. Those aren't templates, those are parties. So what it is, Kate, is this is a template for just one of the days. So this template runs from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on a single day. This particular one is the Halloween or October day.
Okay.
And it starts out with the pre-party. This is 2 days, Friday and Saturday, the first 2 days that the party starts. So when you open this up, you'll see it says day 1 all the way down here, and then it switches to day 2. When you set it up to start Friday morning, it will run Friday, day 1 through Saturday, day 2, and then that's it. And if I go back to the template, then you set the new product day is only a single day. You set that one up for Sunday. The quick fix dinners is only a single day. You set that up for Monday. Is this answering this for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and it makes it a lot simpler because I was going through and changing things to, I want this to be on the 5th day, you know. And instead of using each individual template, I was trying to make it all one big long template.
Add it all back in. Okay. So the benefit to this, because we're growing so quickly, is that you can hand these 5 days of templates for 7 days of party. You can hand them to new consultant, and they can go through and change the Shelleys to them. And when October changes to November, they can change the October specials to November, right? Mm-hmm. But when it comes around and when Halloween is over, we can make just a Thanksgiving 1 day template that goes on Tuesday. Tuesday's the day that keeps changing. The other ones haven't been changing. And they don't have to go through and redo their whole template. They just have to plug in that day and remove the Halloween one. Okay?
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So this hopefully, and actually I when we first got it from Stephen Joseph, he did have it, it was all 6 days. It was all 6 or 7 days. Well, one of the things and at that time in June, a lot of people were getting thrown into Facebook jail, and he split them up because that was going to help keep you out of Facebook jail.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But
yeah, we like that.
Yeah, we like that, right? When you go to schedule it, though, you look. So I needed to then, for each party you've got going on, here's Ginger's, or I'm working backwards, but let's go back. So here's Ginger's. Remember, Ginger hosted last week, and then she became a consultant. So here's Ginger's block party. Here's the 2-day pre-party on the 25th. Then go to the next one, that's Ginger's block party. And then new products is on Sunday the 27th. You do have to go in and schedule each day. You have to set up each day. For me, I was running behind, so I could just set up the pre-party days, know that Friday and Saturday we're taking care of them. Saturday, sometime I can make sure I finished up the changes I needed to make for Sunday. I didn't have
that's going to help a lot, because I was freaking out trying to get the whole darn thing set up, because what does it say? You can add, but it won't update the party or
right.
whatever.
Once you take your template and you schedule it into a party, changes to the template aren't going to change that already scheduled party. So you do want to go through, we talked about this last week, you do want to go through each week before you schedule a party, do a really quick look. Here's the 2-day template. Make sure all these are green. Make sure there's no yellow warning signs. Right now they're all green, but every once in a while you'll come in here and suddenly one of them that was green last week is now yellow. You need to change that before you schedule that party. Because again, it's telling you there's a warning about that particular post. And it could be just change a couple words. Or if you know, and it actually is good. If you've been using the same kind of interactive, here's one. I've been using this for a while. This is Sweet Dreams are made of cheese. Who am I to disagree? You sang that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. They love it and it's cute, but I've been using it for a month straight. I should probably change that out. Number one, to give my returning people something fresh, but number two, because Facebook is going to eventually flag that. Okay.
Right.
So eventually you want to fade it out. Even if all you do is save the picture, give it a new name, and add it back in. That's a change. That will help you stay out of Facebook jail. Okay.
Okay.
Does that help, Kate?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Big time.
All right. Any other questions, or what were your best things? Maggie, any questions? You're on mute.
I don't think so. I guess, well, I take that back. I do have a question. So like with the rock star messages and the wish list messages and stuff like that. So I've kind of been doing that, but I've not been doing it that much. And maybe it's my own paranoia of Facebook jail. So, because I guess that's the thing. Like, if I've never talked to these people or they're not a friend.
I got distracted. So let me answer that for you and actually show you, because there is a specific way that you do this. So what she's telling you to do is anybody who's interacted more than 2 times. Okay, hold on 1 second. I got distracted. So here we go. Let me go find somebody. I'm looking to see. Actually, see. Okay, that's not a good idea because that's the host. I'm looking for somebody who's interacted. Looking, and this is the way you do it. She only commented once.
Yep.
Seen, liked a couple times. Okay, so Amber here has commented 4 times. So she qualifies for rockstar. All right. Looking at what she messaged, whether there were any wish list items. Not necessarily. When you click message here, you give it a second for it to load. If I haven't been talking, if Amber wasn't one of those people that I started that conversation with, I should not send her that rockstar message right here, because we haven't already been talking. Oh, is right. Instead, what you do is you write her on a list for, in this case, it's Cassie. The host in this case is Cassie. And Ginger, remember, the party I was in that I'm using this as an example is Ginger's, and she's got 3 hosts. So Ginger would be doing this. I'm teaching her how to do this. The way you do it is, here's what I've been doing. I'm so excited about this. All right. As you're going through, you are in fact keeping your little list, right? And up here at the top, look at all those hosts. There's a ton of hosts. But Ginger and Cassie are listed up here along with Heather and Danielle. And so I've got, if I send them a message, because we've already been interacting, they go right here with the date. If I'm not going to send them the message, because I don't want to message somebody that is not friends with me and we've never conversed, that'll make Facebook unhappy. You flip the page up just like this, write Cassie's name, and start making a list. So I write Amber McFarlane on there. And then I go back and I keep going through the rest of the list. And anybody who is not conversed with me, you add their name. And you should come up with 5 to 15 names. And then if you go back to the Host Coaching Bible, the very next day, it tells you, okay. So here you're doing, if you've connected with them, send them the message. If they've not messaged yet, make a list. and mark to ask the host about them, and you'll do that tomorrow. Scroll down to the Wednesday instructions. Booking challenge with the host. Then there's this message, hey, wondering if you could partner with me for a little challenge. My goal is for you to have 3 friends or family booked for parties from yours, and I need your help. When you meet the challenge, I'll give you free shipping on your host orders. That costs you $5.25. What a deal. And you'll get half price at each of their parties. When you get more than 3 bookings, you'll get a nicer price tag. If you accept, I'll send you a message that you can pick 10 people to send to. And if you'd like, I can even give you suggestions on who to send to. Ding, 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 ding. These are people who interacted a ton, but did not jump on those interactive, send me the guessing game guess.
But she's not duplicating.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily it's true you're not duplicating, but more importantly is he's going to reach out to these people and ask them about having a party.
Okay.
Not you, because you'll get in trouble for doing it until you've gone back and forth and talked with them on Facebook Messenger. Okay? And then it says, here's what to send. Hey, I just want to give you thank you for being part of the party. I'm in a challenge. Get 3 people to have a party from mine. Shelley's made it really easy. You get a shopping spree and blah, blah, blah. You should totally have a party. That's it. And you give her this list of names.
Okay.
Okay? And then copy and paste that and dump that into her party notes, so you know who those likely bookings are.
Got it.
Okay, helpful?
Yep.
Okay, good, 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 good. Here's a suggested list of people to ask. Feel free to add to it. Okay, other questions? Okay, so we're way over time. Always happens. That is my least wonderful aspect of my skill set is staying on time, and I apologize. Real quick, what were the best oh my goshes that you got from our time tonight and the program as a whole?
Well, the best way to keep track of having multiple hosts in one party, keep track of what's going on, because otherwise that would be mind-boggling.
It was this is the first time I've done it, and all of a sudden there were 70 and 80 people in there, and I'm like, oh. And so just trust your instincts, and if you have questions, ask, and it actually works out pretty good. It does.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
When you do the block party thing, and you're doing one for Ginger that has 3 hosts.
Yep.
And you're asking each of those 3 hosts to post something each day, some interactive things or some things.
Yep.
Do you take things off of your Post My Party list so that there's less overall posts during the day?
Well, I've been in jail, so I was taking.
The reason they're posting so much is because Post My Party is not posting anything. Yep. So you wouldn't send them this many posts for them to post if you weren't in jail. No. Gotcha. I'm with you now. Thank you.
Assuming that you stay out of jail and you're good and you stay out of jail, what you want to give them is interactive stuff.
The challenge that I have with my 3 parties is my ladies are not available to post.
Well, these gals too. Danielle said, I'm at work today, I can't. So right. Heather jumped in and posted her stuff.
Yeah.
You've got them in a group and they're helping each other. It's remarkable. In the Taylor and Nancy, right. They don't know each other from Adam. But all week long, they've been helping each other and helping me. It's awfully cool. It's very cool.
But you forced them into a group to help each other, and that's a good thing.
Right. And we've been doing that. Friday morning, we do dump all your hosts for the week into one group. This is just, now they're in a block party. So that initial message that I sent to them, I said, hey guys, you're all hosts in this week's block party. And I didn't give them a choice about it. I just put them in, I didn't ask them if they'd like to be in a block party. I just did it. And they've been great. Tons more interaction.
And you're only posting to 1 show instead of 3 or 4 or 6, so that's good too.
This could not have happened at a better time, considering we're adding so many people. And Brittany is about to promote to director. She has Michelle with her first host, and they're in a block party. And she's got Dee has got her first 5 hosts that are going on right this minute, and they are in a block party. For
Awesome.
a new person, it's huge not to have multiple groups, and they'll see more interaction. Okay, so there's a lot of benefits to it. You just have to think through some of the logistics and tell your host, this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm looking forward to your feedback, any tips, ideas.
Exactly. Yeah, you're helping me.
Get them on board. Okay. Good. Excellent.
I love the fact that new consultants who are not part of Direct Ship now can go to that list with the order on the website, click on the email, text them and say, is there anything else you need? Because lo and behold, after they placed that order, they found something and they don't realize that they can add it on.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's a very, very fast, efficient way of doing it from texting. And, you know, there's something about texting. I was replying to those emails and CCing the host. That was taking me a long time. This is
Okay.
Yeah.
That's an awesome thing, Shell.
Yeah. So for us on Direct Ship, you just change it up. You're not asking them if they want to add to their order. You're saying, hey, did you talk with your friends? Are we going to do the next online party for you? Or do you have questions about doing Pampered Chef and getting that $39 kit? You know, you'll change it to something different. Okay.
Right.
Good. All right.
Like it.
Good. Maggie, any input, any feedback, any last chance here before we finish up?
I like this new system that we're doing. I definitely should have read through the whole thing first. So I could kind of the rock star aspect, because I kind of was just going through day by day and doing it and didn't think about that aspect.
That's okay. That's how you learn.
Yeah. So I'm sure I'll but other than that, I think it works. You know, I think this will help with getting a few more people, like as far as those like chatting. I know I've got a couple that I've kind of been chatting with a little bit. They were silent today, but you know, we all get busy, so I can understand that. But it's a good thing because I can always go back to them. Oh, sorry, that's my dog. He thinks he wants my food. Yeah, cool.
All right. Thank you all for your feedback. We'd love to have you guys go on to our team page and do a testimonial about Zero to Hero, and encourage your friends to register, your sisters and brothers on our team and your soon-to-be teammates. And thank you for your time and attention. I'm so glad
hey, Shelley, turn off the recording.
What? It turns off. It turns off when you close the thing. But yeah, great. We got it. All right. I'm going to turn off the recording. Super glad you guys were all here. Thank you. And actually, I missed the button for the recording. Where is it?